I think John Fetterman represents basically the charlatanism of the Democratic Party in a complete and fulsome sense. Like, I can't imagine someone who is represents kind of almost murder suicide for the American people than John Fetterman. Like, he's just been dead fucking wrong ever since, his stroke, and his capitulation to AIPAC out of fear. And maybe, I don't know, maybe he was always a secret super Zionist who loved Benjamin Netanyahu. But
maybe the whole Fetterman clone theory that we all made fun of, maybe there was something to that all along.
Well,
and he dismissed it.
Like, John Fetterman was just been wrong about literally like everything since October 7th, especially. Just, he's just been creepy. He had an energy. The thing about John Fetterman, we talked about him before on the stream, so I recommend you go to the other podcast we did a while ago where I ripped into him for being a fraud and lying to everybody. But he used to have that kind of energy where he would be flying trans flags. Like, he would be flying the LGBT flag, but like the new one with like Black Lives Matter and all the different shapes, like the most woke trans flag.
Yeah.
He would be putting that in the face of Republicans. And now for him to do this, like, oh yeah, I'm not progressive. Actually, it was the social issues that we went too far, and it was the far left, and bloody, yelling at the Pope today when the Pope said that there's a genocide that needs to be investigated. Like,
John Fetterman rejects these accusations.
He rejects the investigation because when you're innocent, the first thing you do is say no investigation.
Yeah,
Mr. Pope, you are on notice.
Yeah,
Mr. Pope, you are on
sir.
notice. Yeah, and like John Fetterman, he's a dud now. Like, I don't want to get too mean, but he just doesn't have it. He's unpopular. He's antagonized the left, and he hasn't really made inroads on the right. And I think if the Democratic Party leans toward him, it would represent a supermajority kind of collapse for the Democratic Party, like almost a Whiggish collapse, which may be what is needed. I don't know. He wants to lean into this kind of pugilism with China. The United States cannot beat China in a head-to-head match. And the United States has so thoroughly discredited itself with its slavish support of Israel through this genocide that we don't have credibility on the world stage. So like leaning into a strategy of trying to contain China will almost certainly backfire against the United States and cause tremendous hardship here.